that's surely what a lot of these types of countries are thinking about, to say nothing of like what they actually do think about the morals of it.
Finally, someone said, finally, someone more corrupt than the government. Yeah. Finally, we got the FIFA boys in here to show Trump what corruption. Show Trump show Trump how to suck Saudi Arabia's dick, okay? Yeah. Finally a more corrupt entity, a more nakedly corrupt entity that absolutely loves.
They're there to give advice.
Loves the Gulf states. I assume that this is going to be about FIFA, and then quickly they're going to turn into, they're going to turn around and talk about cryptocurrency, right? What is happening here?
I don't know, man. Everything about this fucking presidency just always has this, like, you know, like what was it, like when Ben Carson just straight up stopped walking, like when he was supposed to walk out on a debate stage or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's just how so much of like the staging of all this shit feels now. Even if it's an act, like it's all just a guy speaking not clearly into a microphone. While there's like some trophy off center.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell is going on here at all. I'm so confused.
So funny.
The beautiful part
this happened yesterday. I think there was a TV issue. It was the Fox News stream that did this too, where like they had the split screen of like it was Trump's face and then just like one camera like staring at like some piece of equipment.
With douchey. I do love that every time Trump does one of these like pressers or whatever, I just come out of it more confused than I came in. Like I had assertions that I'd made prior, and then I listened to Trump speak, and I'm like, okay, this is indecipherable. Like every single time he talks, every single time he does something new, I'm like, okay, now I'm more confused. What the fuck is happening?
That coin may be worth more than FIFA. In the end, it could be quite a coin.
Wait,
actually.
That's
anyway,
like
thank you,
that's
Johnny.
like a digital currency as well. They're doing a FIFA coin.
You should see this trophy because it's really, it's the biggest sporting event in the world, and we have it here. And we appreciate being selected. Thank you very much, Johnny. You do a fantastic job. And welcome to the first ever White House Digital Assets Summit. I know that many of you have been fighting for years for this. And it's an honor to be with you at the White House. I want to thank the White House AI and crypto czar David Sachs, Treasury Secretary. This is David right here, in case you don't know. You know David. And a man who's doing a great job as Secretary of Treasury. Scott Bessent, who's right here. Scott, thank you very much. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, wherever you may be, Howard. Hi, Howard. He's doing some interesting work right now with all that's going on. He's right in the middle of it and doing a great job. Thank you. SBA Administrator Kelly Loeffler. And hi, Kel. SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce. Thank you, Hester. Acting CFTC Chairman Caroline Pham. House Majority Whip Tom Emmer. Hello, Tom. Representative Brian Stile. Thank you. Brian, thank you very much. Digital Assets Council Director Bo Hines. Good, Bo. Great job. And many other distinguished guests. We have a lot of very distinguished people around the table. Some of them will be speaking. I want to thank Marco Rubio also, who's right over there. And we have tremendous people very interested in this subject. And last year, I promised to make America the Bitcoin superpower of the world and the crypto capital of the planet. And we're taking historic action to deliver on that promise, as you know, around the table. Yesterday, I signed an executive order officially creating our strategic Bitcoin reserve.
I don't know how this works. I just don't understand anything, dude.
The United States Treasury. That's a big thing, Scott.
A lot, it seems like the market doesn't seem to take it that seriously. I'll say that. Like the price of Bitcoin went down yesterday, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm gonna hit up CoffeeZilla.
The federal government is already among the largest holders of Bitcoin, as you know. Really one of the largest holders in the world, with as many as 200,000 Bitcoin obtained via civil law and various other forms of law, and including enforcement actions. These existing holdings will form the foundation of the new reserve.
Stockpile is
Unfortunately, in recent years, the U.S. government has foolishly sold tens of thousands of additional Bitcoin that were worth
civil asset seizure stuff. And then the reserve would be like, oh, we're making interventions to buy Bitcoin and take it off the market.
Not a good thing to have done. From this day on, America will follow the rule that every Bitcoin knows
Who's
very
the guy
well, never
that's
sell
been
your
on
Bitcoin.
Chavo? That's like the crypto guy.
Phrase that they have. I don't know if that's right or not. Who the
other
hell
one, I think it's
knows?
like Weissman.
Jacob Silverman.
Or Jacob
I
Silverman.
know Jacob.
Who knows?
I mean,
Who knows? But so far, it's been right. And well, let's keep it that way. The Treasury and Commerce Departments will also explore new pathways to accumulate additional Bitcoin holdings for the reserve, provided it's done at no cost to the taxpayers. We don't want any cost to the taxpayers. In addition, my order directs federal agencies to conduct an inventory of all crypto assets currently held by the U.S. government and determine how they can be transferred easily to the Treasury. Non-Bitcoin digital assets will be held in a new U.S. digital asset stockpile where they will be managed properly. My administration also is working to end the federal bureaucracy's war on crypto, which was really going on pretty wildly during Biden until the election came about. About 5 months before the election, he became a big fan because he heard how many people were in favor of it and how many people love it and respect it. But I guess it didn't work out too well for him. People understood what was going on and paved the way for groundbreaking innovations in institutional finance. Under the Bitcoin administration, regulators strong-armed banks. I mean, they really did. They strong-armed banks into closing the accounts of crypto businesses and entrepreneurs, effectively blocking some money transfers to and from exchanges, and they weaponized government against the entire industry. But I know that feeling also.
God, if I was in that
Maybe
room, I'd
better
be
than
so
you do.
fucking bored.
All
Like,
of
I
that
would just
will
be
soon
thinking
be
about
over, and
anything
we are
else.
ending Operation Choke Point
I think
2.0.
David Sachs.
When I could go home
I think
and play
David Sachs
video
is thinking
games.
about how much money he's making from this dipshit. Because didn't he yesterday also pump David Sachs's coin or something?
There was
Some
something like
people
that over the
really
weekend
suffered.
because
It
they were
was
like, we're going to be
ridiculous
buying
what they were doing,
Cardano
In
Yeah.
the end,
and XRP.
they came around, but they came around for the wrong reasons. They came around only because they wanted votes, and they saw that tens of millions of people were against them because of what they were doing. I also want to express my strong support for the efforts of lawmakers in Congress as they work on bills to provide regulatory certainty for dollar-backed stablecoins and the digital assets market. They're working very hard on that. This is a tremendous opportunity for economic growth and innovation in our financial sector, and will really go a long way. I think it's going to be a tremendous. We feel like pioneers in a way, of tremendous method of growth, and things are very much tied, and we want to keep it that way. The U.S. dollar, long into the future, we're going to keep it that way. I hope lawmakers will send that legislation to my desk before August recess if they can, and they're very much working with you, and you know a lot of them, and a lot of them were committed right from the very beginning. So I just want to congratulate you all for being at the White House today, and a man who knows more about Bitcoin and AI and just about everything else than anybody, David Sachs. And I'd like to have you say a few words, David.
Thank you, Mr. President. We're all here today because of your leadership, your vision, and your generosity, and I really want to thank you for that. We're also here because of your desire to make America great and to introduce a golden age in America, including for digital assets. And we're here because of your love of innovators, or as you might say, high
God
IQ
damn,
people.
man.
We
They
know
all
you
fucking
love high
start
IQ
with
people.
like the
No, we have about
we're
30
here
of them
because of your
today. These
10-inch
are the top
penis
people
and
in the digital
like,
asset
so
industry.
annoying.
And one other thing that I think that you love is legal fairness. This is an industry that was subjected to prosecution and
Legal
persecution for the last 4 years, horrible lawfare, and nobody knows what
Horrible
that feels like
lawfare
better than
against
you do.
cryptocurrency.
So we really appreciate
Like,
the
there's
fact.
no shot that this is
horrible
appealing. There is no shot that this is appealing to the average American, because despite the fact that there are a lot of dummies out there who, love cryptocurrency schemes and rug pulls and love getting rug pulled or whatever, there is 0% chance that the average American looks at this and thinks like, no, this is a great thing. Like, no way, right? I just don't understand. Like, everyone, like most normies know crypto at this point as like idiotic schemes that consistently get people to lose their remainder of their disposable income when they take a shot in the dark. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a lot more crypto bros out there. Like the average person is like truly invested in crypto and is constantly doing pump and dumps and getting pumped and dumped over and over again, thinking the next one is going to be good. I don't know. But I feel like everything that I know about cryptocurrency is just that it's very much just like a, deregulated security that people can actively cheat others out of their hard-earned dollars on.
In the digital age.
So for them to be like, it's lawfare, they're coming after the cryptocurrency rug pullers. Everyone should be able to do a rug pull. Retardio to the moon. Dog shit 1 was only the beginning. Dog shit 2 is going to be so much better. And dog shit 3 will love me. You're going to love dog shit 3. Like, that kind of shit coming from the administrative, the executive office is wild.
We are going to end the regulatory weaponization against digital assets.
Like, that's
the
fucking
Biden
insane.
administration's
I mean, it's also
did
funny
nothing
because, like,
other
that's an
than
insane thing to
publish
say.
and
Scott Besson
punish
doesn't like
innovators,
believe what he's saying.
and
To be
that
clear,
all of
It's
you have made
also-
it here today is really
He's the only
a
one up there who
testament
probably
to your
doesn't give a
fortitude.
shit. I mean, Howard
much of
Lutnick is a
Treasury's
crypto
responsibility in
banker.
this order relates to the tax code and determinations
Right.
around risk weightings. And I'm here to assure you that we are going to work with the controller of the currency, the
Weaponization.
IRS, and we're going to rescind and amend all applicable previous guidance. And we are going to put a lot of thought into the stablecoin regime. And as President
Stablecoin
Trump has
regime.
directed, we are going to keep the U.S. the dominant reserve currency in the world, and we will use stable coins to do that. Thank you.
Technology is at the foundation of the Trump presidency. He understands technology, he embraces technology, and he's going to use technology to drive
Mickey
America
Mouse
forward.
banker.
The blockchain and Bitcoin technology are a key part of that thinking, and embracing that, and here today
He's an
shows
8-year-old on the right
how
side.
much a
Go
leader
Hines.
the Trump administration and our president is. He understands it.
He looks like
he
he should be
embraces it.
shotgunning a
As you
beer.
said, you're a pioneer in this place, and this is where we're going. We're using the blockchain. We're using Bitcoin. We're going to use digital assets to pound forward, and Donald Trump is leading the way. Can't be more proud of you today.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Howard. Kelly, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is truly a historic day, and as a crypto founder, I couldn't be more proud to be part of your administration. You're
Former U.S.
moving at the
Senator
speed of tech.
could
for
not
sure.
get elected.
And I will
I
just
wanna
say
see-
it's
I wanna
a
see-
great day
whoa.
to have the war on.
She
not
tried to
just
buy the
crypto,
seat.
but
Her
the
husband,
innovation
who is
and under your
what is he, the
administration,
CEO
we are
of
truly
the
going to enter under the
New York
global
Stock
and
Exchange, I
global
think,
names. And I'll just
tried to
say,
buy her
as
the
the
seat, didn't
administrator
work.
of the SBA,
Oh, holy shit, that guy
small
was calling
business
a
is a
big
tremendous
8-year-old. He
network
played
that
college football,
crypto can be
like-
deployed against, and so the
And
SBA
he's like
is
our age.
open to crypto. So I look forward to working
Let's see what the
with
Asmin,
all of the leaders
let's see
in
what the
this room
Asmin
to
heads are
advance
saying.
your,
Based. I love coins.
efforts here.
Will
Thank you.
Trump
Thank
pull
you, Kelly.
off the biggest rug pull in
Thank you
history?
very much.
Yes, 76%. Wait, so but like,
Well, Mr.
is that
President, I wanna say
based? I don't
thank you.
understand. Do they
I
like
want to thank you
that?
for
I
the
wanna see- let's
amazing
see his
team that you
commentary.
put together. I want to thank
No,
you
he's
for
not gonna have any
David.
commentary. He's
That's
just
what
gonna
I'm
go.
saying.
This
I wanna
kind of a
see him say
meeting,
based.
no one in this room
Interesting.
could have envisioned this just a couple years ago. You are the one that has the vision. You're the one that said we are going to do 21st century finance right here in the United States of America. I've been doing this for 9 years.
Right, and Glaze
It is
meeting, kiss
amazing
the
how
ring.
far we've come.
Okay,
and that's
they're
a credit
also
to you,
sour
Mr.
on this
President,
crypto
your
shit,
leadership,
it
and God
seems.
bless you
Everybody
for
is,
doing
because
this, because
everybody
it's going to
knows
make
what,
a
I mean,
huge
to what you were
difference
saying earlier, like
with
everybody's,
everything else you're doing.
who's
And by the
encountered
way,
at this point
Americans
is
love it.
like,
They're going crazy.
even if they
Thank
made
you,
money
Thank you,
on it,
Tom.
they didn't
Thank
make
you
money
very
on
much.
it thinking like, wow, this was an amazing investment that I made.
Yeah,
It
they
was
didn't
like,
think
wow,
that
like,
I'm going to use, dog poop 3 to buy eggs in the future. Like, this is the currency of the future.
Words, Cameron or Tyler, do you want to?
You're very shy in front of the
Actually,
camera.
Cameron, I think you said something earlier that I thought was really profound.
Yeah, they're saying
you said
420
that a year
glaze
ago.
it,
You thought it would
Bitcoin
be more likely
up
that you'd end
1,000 in
up
the
in
last
jail
5
than
minutes.
at the White House.
Glaze off, market the beast.
Not to put you on the spot, because you didn't do anything wrong, but that was the environment a year ago.
Doing tricks on it.
But do you guys want to say something, either one of you?
Sure, that was actually Tyler who said that. but it's
Sorry, I still get mixed up.
oh wow, those
yeah,
dipshits
we
are
never
there.
thought that we'd get attacked the way we did in our backyard after trying to do the
This
right
is a
thing
reminder
for so
of
many
the,
years.
What?
Like just like I forget how like
So,
crypto is also like a
it's
bunch of these
truly
guys like were in
wonderful to see
scandal and
how
we're all in
things have
fraud and they
changed
were
and
you
how
know
the
like
pendulum has
like
swung
just a few years ago they
back,
were
in the
persona
way
non
that it
grata
has.
in
And we've always felt
polite
that
circles, but now
the
they're
US should lead
Yeah.
in Bitcoin and crypto.
Well, it's because a
as ours
retardio
to
whale
sort
just
of
bought
lead and win.
4,000 of dog shit
I
too
didn't see
at
that.
$3
I thought that was
$3
from the
million
dome,
dollars
man.
MC.
And thanks for inviting
Okay,
us,
that's
David,
why.
and setting this up.
Thank you. Thank you both. Please.
I was just going to say, thank
Are
you,
those
Mr.
the Winkle
President.
dicks?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like
oh,
they were
shit.
out of
A lot
like
of
they
my
were like
things I
whatever the
say,
thing
so
was like a huge
it's not the
scandal.
first time,
but
but,
now they're back probably because
the
Trump
US on the
thinks that
internet
they're
and
very
the US
Handsome,
should
yeah.
win
They're so
crypto.
handsome,
So
right
thank you
out
for
of
your
Central
leadership on this.
Casting.
They're
Thank you
beautiful.
both.
They're
There's
beautiful.
not one but
High
two of
IQ
them.
individuals around this
Folks,
table.
They like
That's
to
what I always
row.
say. We
Does
need high
anybody
IQ.
row anymore? Do we use
So
boats?
thank you very much.
Isn't it
Would anyone
beautiful
like
to have
say
not
anything?
one but two of them, folks? God made two.
Jesse
I just want
Eisenberg
to
didn't like
express
him.
my deep gratitude for the seriousness with which you're approaching our industry and how you're actually helping guide it in the right direction. I've worked with many central banks in other countries, and when I was working there, I was wondering why I, as an American citizen, can't help the United States financial system reach this higher level that the world is on course towards generally. And so I'm very grateful that finally there's been a new level of kind of common sense and adoption of these ideas. Me and the other people in this room do believe that the crypto, blockchain, Web3 infrastructure is the next iteration of the financial system. And I think that the U.S. should have its leadership position continue in that new financial system. And I'm very, very happy to see people like David Sachs, Secretary Bessent, Secretary Lutnick taking this very seriously with their time, and very grateful to them too. So
It is crazy to
I'm
think that they're
just
spending time
overjoyed
on
to see
this
this,
when,
and
like,
I
they
think
could be doing
it is a big part
anything
of
else
how
that
the
could
U.S. can continue its role in the
contribute to
global
human
financial
flourishing.
system. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
I mean,
I
this
thought it
is
was very
worse than
important.
every other thing, though.
Yeah, it's literally
this
it's
is
like
genuinely
taking money and just like lighting it on fire.
This is so much worse than like all the other things that they do. Like this is unironically worse than like DEI equals die. And the reason why it's worse is because they're just basically normalizing fucking people over. Like they're saying like, no, we're just gonna keep doing rug pulls. Like everything is done. We're all dust. Okay, America gone in the shitter, in the pooper. We're now actively. Like,
but there is
at least robber barons built the fucking railroads,
but
man.
So, like, there are like historical parallels. Like you can look at like
but like they at least
but
built the railroad.
I'll give you an example though. So like in the 80s, right? Like there was this big bank failure crisis about the savings and loans. And what happened was that like savings and loans were these mortgage banks, and then they changed the rules and they effectively just became cash machines. They were laundries, crooks took control of them. But like what that meant was that by the end of the 80s, they had to bail all these institutions out.
Yeah.
And like the thing is with this, like, yeah, they're trying to normalize stealing from people, whatever, but like you can't normalize like anti-gravity. It's not real. It's not a thing. Like eventually, like the number will go down. Oh wow, it's over already. But they have to like there has to be an exit. Like there will,
But this is nothing. That's my point. Like scams have increasingly become like back in the day, you used to sell snake oil, which meant that there was a product, which meant that you were selling it like a tangible product that people could hold in their hands and maybe have some sort of like placebo
I
effect.
agree that there's like a postmodern quality to it.
Now
that
it's
people are
like
being scammed.
Now
but
it's just
like,
literally being like, this is a scam.
But like,
We're
there's
just
no product.
Yeah, there's no
I
product.
get-
No.
Or the product is like it's like digital pogs.
Yeah,
like,
but they also say it's a scam. Half the time, it's literally just like, this is a scam.
Well,
but other people can get in on it.
But then you have to again, you have to come back to it and be like, all right, well then why do people put money in it if it is a scam and it's an acknowledged scam? And it's because there is like this implicit thing where they say like, well, like the whole Nick, everything is a scam. This is a scam that could at least have like the slight potential of making you money. So like that's why like there's the whole wink and nod quality to it. That's why like who are able to pull off rug pulls, but people who think of like the biggest influencers who like play around in crypto and stuff and juicing things like Dave Portnoy, like being careful, I'll be careful about like saying what he does or exactly, but like somebody like him is able to be an influencer in this space because it's like they're able to do that wink and the nod because they're able to say like, yeah, this thing is like fucking crazy, right? But embedded in that is like you could make a lot of fucking money because everything's unfair. And if you can't make money doing anything else, why not make money on this thing where you just click some buttons? Like that to me is the simplicity of it.
Someone said someone in that room made $81 million from knowing which coins the U.S. would buy before the administration's announcement. That's amazing. Oh my God, the fucking ad blocker is so shit now. Look, the whale who shorted ETH with 50x leverage now holds 81 million profit. Insider trading ? Now, there is no such thing as insider trading any longer, okay? Because when you have the Treasury Secretary come out and say, we've been doing too much lawfare, we've been waging war on these transactions, like people that are engaging in crypto trading, at a time when we need significantly more control over this sort of thing, or just make it illegal in its entirety, that means there is no more insider trading suspicions at all. It doesn't matter. It's legal. It's completely legal. If they are openly stating that they are not going to regulate cryptocurrencies, they're actively saying that they're not going to regulate cryptocurrencies, then that means insider trading is not illegal. Just like rug pulls are not illegal. Okay. And they kind of weren't already.
I mean, this though is where it's like, they may get away with it in the sense that like they make a ton of money, they defrauded a ton of people, but there is an end. Like this stuff has like a sell by date, and that's just how all financial scams work, even at the highest like weirdest level where you now have them like the mark is just like a digital asset there's never been a demonstrated use value for it or whatever. Not even the promise of one at this point.
Yeah.
Aside from speculation.
Also, if you're like a DeFi truther, okay, if you're a DeFi maximalist, then you should be very upset because all of this stuff undermines confidence in cryptocurrency in the eyes of the average person. NFTs are were another major hit, I think, to people treating any sort of cryptocurrency seriously, right? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Not that I don't even think that it's going to happen anyway. Like, I don't think it's going to become like the world currency or whatever. It's so stupid. It also would literally ruin America. Why the fuck would you, if you're the United States of America, unless like Satoshi or whoever is actually an American agent or something, and they maintain the overwhelming majority of Bitcoin that they have, where they can do market manipulation. The world currency currently is the dollar. Why would you change that reality? And that dollar is still backed by American imperialism. The real confidence in the dollar is obviously not the gold standard because it doesn't exist anymore, but instead is the American might, the American military that can always maintain some level of confidence. So you can always trade on the dollar. If they were to swap that out to cryptocurrency, that undermines American dominance of the global stage. It is yet another instance where Donald Trump is doing something that doesn't make any sense. Maybe he is JD Pondon. Satoshi can't because his BTC hasn't moved since he went missing. No, just all I'm saying is like the speculation of the guy that who the real Satoshi is or whatever. The question that people have. Is maybe he's an intelligence asset or something. Maybe it is the American government that owns all the reserves. Otherwise, it would make no sense for them to even move in the direction of cryptocurrency either. Oh,
Earlier, his foreign minister warned that